Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. I hope I find you well. If you've stumbled across this video, welcome. If you're back because you're a regular viewer, I hope you're doing great. Either way, if you've not already, if you could hit the subscribe button, the like and comment, that'll appease the algorithm gods. Right, now that's out of the way, let's get on to this. Now this is minced beef curry nachos, and I'm going to show you how to do this ridiculously simple. Now I had some curry sauce left over. My teenager had some friends over, they wanted some food, so I made them some bits and pieces with curry sauce as a dip. So I had some left over, so I thought, right, what could I do with this rather than just throwing it away? I thought, right, let's get cracking here. So I've got, excuse me, I've got 250 grams of lean minced beef. Into that, I've put some paprika and some coriander, dried coriander, and just normal paprika, and some salt and pepper. From here, if you've not got those ingredients, you can use like a taco mix or a fajita mix, whatever you want. This, you can take this in any direction. But if you've got them, it's nice and simple. You can add in some onion powder and garlic powder. However, I'm going to add in fresh onion and fresh garlic. So, and I'm going to grate that in. So, as you can see here, I've just got the little microplane, and I'm just going to grate that in, nice and simple. While I'm doing that, I do want to take a moment to say thank you very much. If you have been with me from the beginning of this journey, I was reminiscing and going back, and I never ever thought, one, that I'd get to make maybe half a dozen videos, never mind the 100 and odd that I'm on at the minute. I never thought I'd enjoy it as much. Cooking is one of those things, like I say, I'm not a professional cook. I've never worked in a professional kitchen. I've never worked in any restaurants or anything like that. I just make nice food for the family, me and the kids. So that, and to do that and to hear such great comments and to hear that you guys are trying them, from everything from the mince and tatty video that sort of just took off to the mushroom soup that I made, and there is a lot more to come. So I thank you for being part of the journey, and I continue, I mean this from the every fibre of my being. It is all appreciated. So here you can see I'm now grating in the onion. Take your time. Now, so you've got there, you can see it's all grated in. You want to mix it. You need to get your hands in. And there'll be quite a lot of moisture because there's a lot of moisture in the onion. You want to just keep forming it as a patty. And then you've got oil on the pan, on the stove, medium heat. You want to make sure that that's nice and hot, so that when you put the mince in, it's starting to sear it straight away and pick up some colour. And we want that moisture to evaporate out of the mince, but leave the flavour. So like I said, you can do it with onion powder and garlic powder. I just think this way gives it a little bit of a better texture and flavour profile. That's all. It's my preference. So we've got nice hot oil. We're going to dump that in and juggling. And we're just going to break it up. And then we're going to put it on the pan and we're just going to leave it. And we're going to let that go. So everything's a bit of clean. What we're going to do is we're going to cut up the pepper, green bell pepper, and a chilli that I've got. Because what you want is you want the difference and balance in the flavours. So every mouthful, you don't want just one thing overpowering it. So you want the sweetness of the bell pepper. Also, it gives it another another dimension, something to get your teeth into. And that's the key to this. So you're just finely chopping it, nice and simple. So onto the chilli, and again you just want to finely chop that. So you just want to make sure that again you're finely dicing it. You can leave the chilli out. You can add in a spicier chilli. As always, just make sure that you are, it's down to your flavours. And this is the thing about cooking. It's not about, this is for me and my family, and it's to give you an idea. But when it comes to it, you guys have got to make sure that it's something that you're going to enjoy. So if you do like heat, put this in. If you don't like heat, leave it out, however you want it. I've just put the chilli and the peppers into a little bowl. Then I'm just going to finely slice these mushrooms. Now these mushrooms are going to be play a major part in this, so I'll explain that in a little bit. So finely chop them. Now you'll notice that I've got a beef stock cube there. I'm not going to make beef stock with it. What I am going to do, I'm going to use it to flavour the mince. So again, you can see there it's reduced down quite a bit. It's getting there, just checking it out. Then we're going to add in that stock, and all we're doing there is we're just making sure. So you see it's dried out quite a bit. We're going to add in the stock. Well, what's actually going to happen here is I'm going to struggle with the stock cube. I'm going to stop it and then do this seamless bit of editing there. And then I'm just going to mix it in. The residual heat and the heat from the when you put it back on will melt this jelly. If you can't get the stock jellies, if you've just got a normal cube, whatever it is, you may not need to even add that in, because depending on your taco seasoning and all that kind of stuff. Now, once you've melted that in, add in your peppers and your chili and let that cook through. Now, here's the mushrooms. So I'm popping these into some oil, red hot, as you can see. I'm splashing myself. And then I'm going to put in some salt and pepper. Now, with mushrooms can go two ways. You can either, if you keep moving them and agitating them, they will become soggy and slimy, and that's when a lot of people don't like mushrooms. Have you seen there, I've just added some salt and pepper, some oil. You can use butter, again, your preference. If you leave them, so you just put them in and leave them, you can see here they're picking up some colour. They're not going slimy, and you just leave them. You just turn them over once, put them back in, forget about them. What will happen is they will become crispy mushrooms, and they've got the salt and the pepper. And these are great if you're having a cooked breakfast. You're adding a crunch to something on the top. So a nice cream chicken meal, whatever it is. If you cook your mushrooms this way, trust me, for someone who doesn't like mushrooms, one, don't know what you're doing at, but two, if you cook them this way, they will fall in love with them. So what we've got now is we've got the nachos. I've just got lightly salted nachos, nothing too fancy. You can make your own. I'm going to put on the mince, which you can see there is all individual pieces, so it's not sticking together, so you know it's been beautifully cooked through. Then to this is where I'm going to add in the curry sauce. Like I said, I had a little bit spare. This is the same curry sauce that I use to make the chicken curry and my guilty pleasures. It's just maysan from, I've just ordered it from Amazon. So a bit of that on the top. Then you're going to just finish it off with the beautiful crispy mushrooms, just to give it an extra dimension there, an extra flavour profile when you're biting into it. You don't have to use the curry sauce. You could melt in some cheddar, some mozzarella, and take it in a, again, different direction. Put some cilantro on there and go a bit more traditional. This, however, was to use up some curry sauce that I had. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you guys are looking after yourself and each other out there. As always, from my family to yours, thanks for watching. And until the next time, Single Dad, signing off.